Hey yo, it's Brian here. Today, talking about the San Francisco 49ers. In this one, going to be talking about training camp because it is happening a couple of days from now. Well, kind of, sort of. If you're talking about physical training camp where players can actually practice, it's going to be a couple of weeks. But in terms of all the programs, all the virtual meetings, workouts, testing, and everything, it's going to be starting on Tuesday, July 28th. Every team has to go through this, and yeah, this should be an exciting time. This is a very interesting moment for training camp this year in particular because I've never seen a training camp where it's hard to practice because of the pandemic going on right now. And hopefully this is the last one. Hopefully future training camps, we can just go back to the regular old form where players can just practice when they need to, padded physical practices, because that's what gets teams better during the regular season, get used to just playing football a little bit after playing no football for the past couple of months. It would be nice to have a preseason just for the players on the roster bubble, but unfortunately there will be no preseason. So anybody that's on the roster bubble for any team, not just the 49ers, they got better take advantage of training camp because this is the only opportunity you have to make the roster. And then if you make the best of it, then you will make the team. If you don't, then unfortunately you will get cut, and that's not really a good thing for those players. Anyways, hope you guys are having a great Sunday. I kind of am. Nothing too crazy right here. So we're wearing this beanie on a 90+ degree day in Charlotte, North Carolina. But hey, I'm indoors, right? So yeah, let's just get this video started. But before I do, as always, please like and subscribe. It's going to definitely help me out a lot. Click that bell notification to get notified of future videos. Share the channel, share this content with fellow Niner faithfuls. That is going to help me out in spreading my channel even more. Let's get this video started. 49ers training camp, what is going on, scheduling, and just what's going on in training camp. All right, so looking at the current schedule right now, I'm going to have it on the screen for you guys right now. For training camp, it's going to be starting on July 28th for the 49ers and everybody pretty much in the NFL. Luckily for Santa Clara County, the 49ers were granted permission to have workouts and what have you, because a couple of months ago there was going to be no sports in California, but now they have changed their mind and there will be sports in California in some way, shape, or form. So that's some good news for them. They won't have to do anything crazy, anything drastic for training camp or regular season play. That's good news, I guess. And I'm going to be running down the whole schedule for you guys right now for training camp. Day 1 would be testing and virtual meetings. Day 2 to 3 will be virtual meetings. Day 4 will be testing and virtual meetings. Man, that's a lot of virtual meetings for the next 4 days. Days 5 through 6 will be physicals. Days 7 through 15 will be strength and conditioning. So the first week all the way to the end of the first week will be actual workouts for them, where they can work out and I guess be more physical. I don't know how to explain it. And day 16 will be practice starting, and then day 21, which is 3 weeks from Tuesday, will be the first day of padded practice, so players can actually physically practice and get to the regular training camp and what we're all used to. So that's really the schedule right there for everybody. The way the pandemic is going on right now, I wish there was more padded practices, but at the same time we got to limit contact with people as much as possible. So I think that's the best thing that the NFL and the 49ers can do. In particular, practice squad would be upped up to 16 players instead of 12 players. I think that's good news for anybody that's on the roster bubble that ends up getting cut by anybody. They can have an opportunity to get to the practice squad, do whatever they do in the practice squad, and hopefully make the team later on if something happens during the regular season. A lot of players have had a lot of success like that, starting from practice squad all the way to a starter in the NFL. That's another news piece right there. It's just a weird, awkward time for training camp this year in particular. The past couple of years, we're just getting straight into it. It probably would have started by now, and we would have about a week or two to training camp, and then there'll be preseason play, regular season play. Now it's just all meetings and workouts, padded practices for a little bit, and then it's regular season time. So it's just really everything happening really quickly, and I think the first 2 or 3 weeks it's going to be really rough football. It's not going to be the best football in everybody's lives, and that's all we can really deal with right now. NFL trying their best to get everything safely as much as possible. Teams trying their best to adapt to this whole training camp situation. I think it's going to work out eventually, but at the same time, it is what it is. We have to deal with this whole situation. I wish this would end right now, but it's still with us, unfortunately, in this world. Another thing to talk about is players can opt out of the whole NFL season 2020 year by I think August 3rd. Don't quote me on that, but it's a couple of days from now. And I think a player from the Kansas City Chiefs has opted out for the 2020 season. So there you have it right there. Any 49er players, if you don't feel comfortable playing this season, if you're worried about your families or your own health, please opt out of this season. I don't blame you at all. You're not forced to play in the NFL. You're not forced to play this year in particular because it is a pretty dangerous situation. It is a really dangerous time to be doing a lot of large gatherings or what have you. So I completely respect you guys if you do opt out of the whole 2020 campaign. Do I want you to opt out? I wish not. I love to see you play, but for safety and everything, if you do have to opt out, please opt out because your safety is more important than actual football. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about players that really need training camp in particular, the roster bubble players, and just be going on what's going on in training camp in particular, maybe for the next couple of days. And then after that, we'll be doing 2020 preview seasons. Then it should be regular season, doing edge-to-edge videos, prediction videos, going back on regular schedule. And that's the part I'm really excited about for this 2020 season because, the past couple of months, it's been a drag for the most part. I mean, I usually say that for every offseason, but this one in particular has just been a drag because there's just been a lot of uncertainty on whether we're going to have a season or not. But fortunately, it looked like there will be a season, but hopefully everything can be safe. Safety measures can be happening, but it might be a little bit impossible because players will be getting in contact with each other because of tackling football. I mean, this is no flag football. This is actual big man football, NFL football, and, hopefully everything is going to be okay in terms of safety. That's what I'm thinking the NFL is doing. Hopefully they value player safety over profit, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. But it is what it is. It is a business after all. They're going to do what's best in the best interest of business. That's pretty much it. You guys just wanted to go over training camp, wanted to go over a little bit of preview on training camp for just the whole league-wise, 49er-wise as well. And we'll see what that leads us to for this past weekend. I'm going to be talking about training camp for the most part. This week maybe has some other topics, but just for right now, looking at training camp, and that's it. I'm going to end the video right here. You guys, please let me know what you guys think about training camp so far for the next couple of days. I liked what you guys have to say in the comments below. If you guys like this, please like and subscribe. That's going to help me out a lot. I'll be catching you guys up maybe tomorrow on the Monday, if not a Tuesday, but I'll see what news is coming up for the 49ers and anything in the NFL. I'll see y'all then. Bye, guys. Love y'all. You have a great rest of your weekend. Go Niners all day.